nuts and bolts. I forgot which update I did last. Hey guys, so I am back to do another update for a pregnancy update. I am 38 weeks, 2 days today. So this is going to kind of cover 37 and my appointment that I had right on 38 weeks, just because I don't know when I will do another update. So I would also like to say this is a reality of what I'm feeling right now. My hair just pulled up constantly, and yeah, feeling it, guys. I'm feeling it, and yeah, I'm embracing it. I'm trying to just like not care that I don't do much when I don't do much, but then I get energy spurts and I'll do a bunch of stuff and then I'll feel like poo, which is kind of where I'm at right now. I woke up this morning feeling pretty good and did too much. Anyways, let's rewind though. Back to my 37-week appointment. I had that on July 7th. Yes, July 7th, which was a Thursday. Okay, so we had my appointment. We go in there. I met a midwife for the first time. I had Tim come with me because we never met a midwife before. And at my hospital, if you have an OB, which is fine if you choose that kind of care, you most likely are not going to see one that you have seen your whole pregnancy, because a lot of times they only do office visits. So when you go into labor and delivery, where I am going with Kaiser, they ask you, do you want midwife care or OB care? And after going through some classes and learning more about our midwives that we have there, I was really intrigued to just kind of learn more about them and meet a couple and just see how we felt about it. And so that's what we did at my 37-week appointment. We met one of the midwives that's at the office that I go to, and she was really nice. I really enjoyed her. She took so much time with me. She answered all my questions. I didn't feel rushed. I just felt like more personable. It just felt like a more personal experience. I met the first one, like I said, at my 37-week appointment. She did check me. So first of all, my weight, baby's measurements, my heart rate, baby's heart rate, my urine, all that stuff looked great. So that was good. Everything was clean, clear, whatever you want to say. And she did check me. I was not dilated, which really stinks. My cervix is like, she had to like go up and around baby's head because my cervix is still like pretty far back there, which she said isn't uncommon at this time, especially with my first baby. So it was a little uncomfortable, but honestly, it didn't really hurt that bad. It was just a lot of pressure. But she did say if I was, it was probably about 20% a phase. But I really hadn't made any progress at that time. I was like, okay, I'm out of breath already. So anyway, so that happened. You know, nothing really exciting happened over the weekend. I had been taking since I think it was July 3rd, yes, evening primrose oil. I think I mentioned that in my last video. I've been taking one twice a day, so 2 total, but just orally, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. I had some cramping from that, but really nothing that I noticed. So I started out on the 3rd, had my appointment on the 7th. It obviously hadn't done anything at that point, or my body hadn't done anything. My next appointment was just this Tuesday. I was technically 38 weeks exactly. And that appointment, I met a different midwife. She was also very nice, very, like, I really enjoy my experience with midwives so far. So she's also really nice. And both of these midwives do rotations at the hospital I'm delivering, which is even better because it means I might actually see a familiar face when I go in. So I met her. She was also very informative, answered all my questions. I gave her my birth plan. She looked over it. I asked her, I was like, does anything look like, contradicting? Because I'm a first time mom. I don't know. I just tried to mark off the answers that I felt comfortable with. And she said, no, this looks great. They made a copy of it. They're going to keep it in my file. I'll also take a copy, well, probably multiple copies with me to the hospital as well. And I did get my Strep B. I'm all over the place, by the way. I got my Strep B test back. and that is negative. So yay, I'm so excited. They don't have to immediately get on antibiotics when I go into labor and get into the hospital and be admitted and everything. So that made me very happy. I was nervous about that. So we went over everything. Still everything's great. Blood pressure, my weight, baby's heart rate. She said she felt around on my stomach and she's like, you do feel small. She's like, but not like alarming small. And she said, I think you're gonna have a good sized baby. And she could feel like his head down there, like when she was just feeling around on my stomach. And she did check me as well. And this time I 1 centimeter dilated, but 50% aphase. Still, my cervix is pretty far back there. So that was a little more uncomfortable. She said that next week when I have my appointment, which I'm kind of sad because next week I'm seeing a nurse practitioner, which is fine. I like this nurse practitioner, but neither of the midwives that I've met were available next week. At my clinic, they give you the option to go from 38 to your due date. And I was like, can I come at 39? She's like, oh yeah, you can come if you want. They basically left it all up to me. Like they weren't forcing me to do anything, but they weren't going to deny me of anything. So next week I have my appointment on Tuesday, which is the 12th. No. Am I wrong? It's the 14th today. Wow, I'm wrong. My next appointment is the 19th. I'm sorry. So July 19th, I'll be 39 weeks then. And they're going to strip my membranes because per my request, I asked that they would. And obviously check me to see if I've got anywhere else. And at that appointment, that's when they start talking, okay, how comfortable are you going over your due date? These are the options that we offer. This is what you can do. This is what we feel comfortable with you in your position doing. And even if I still have a couple weeks to go, like we're almost there in the grand scheme of things. Out of 40 weeks, we're almost there. So I'm so excited. So next week, my husband is going with me to the appointment because I'm nervous about the sweep. I've heard many different stories. It hurts, it doesn't hurt, it's awful, it's not that bad. And I'm just like, yeah, I'll have my husband come with me. So, and at this point, it doesn't hurt to have someone go with you anyways, just in case they're like, you need to go to labor and delivery to be monitored, or you need to go labor and delivery because you are going to be admitted. So I'm excited just to get everything going. Sometimes I'll just go over that real quick because my video is already pretty long. Cramping, having that. I think yesterday I had my first official contraction. It hurt, guys. Like it hurt. It felt like one of my really, really bad period cramps where I just wanted to lay on the couch and curl up in a ball and not move because I couldn't function. It just hurt. But it lasted like 3.5 minutes. So I don't know if that's really considered a contraction or not. You can tell me in the comments below. But my belly was hard. It felt very, very crampy. I got on my hands and knees. I leaned over my bed. I got on my ball. I walked around the house, and eventually it just went away. I don't think that any one of those things in particular made it go away. It just kind of went away, but it lasted what felt like forever. But then it never happened again. So I think my body's just doing some warm-ups and, once a day for a couple weeks. Just kidding, I hope not. I really hope that he comes in the next week or two. My mom and my older sister fly in on the 23rd, so I'm really excited for them to be here. Hopefully they'll see the birth, but if not, I'm just excited for them to get to meet him in general and spend a few days with them. So I'm excited. Other symptoms are pretty normal. I'm, like I said, all over the place in this video. My other symptoms are pretty normal though as to what I've been having. Acid reflux, I'm still having that. I do think I've dropped, you'll see here when I show you my belly. Pretty sure I've dropped. And here is my bump. Again, I'm technically 38 weeks, 2 days today, but he's like kicking out right now, kind of really tight. So there's that. Front, my belly button, seriously, it actually is in right now for me, but it probably could have its own zip code, honestly. It's ridiculous. So, my belly. See how many more of these belly shots you guys get. I don't think I've lost any of my plug or had a show yet. Really, I don't think there's anything like that going on. So, yeah, that's all I really have, guys. I do post kind of more in depth about my symptoms on my Instagram. So as usual, if you guys aren't following me, go check that out. It's always in the link below. Not a link, but my name to my Instagram is always below in the info box. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please just leave them below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to continue to watch. I hope that I will be getting some baby vlogs up in the future after he's born, but I'm not making any promises yet because I don't know what my life's gonna be like for the first couple of months. Other than that, you can check out my day in my pregnant life vlog. It's the first vlog I've done in a long time. I haven't actually done like a daily vlog for a while, so check that out. And again, comment below if you have any questions or comments, and I will be back for, who knows, my next update, what we'll be doing then. So have a good rest of your guys' day and weekend that's coming up in a couple days. Bye! I feel like it's a lot, but it's probably not. Like, this is all 0 to 3 months that have so many tags to take off, and I think